Hi guys, I'm going to do a quick tutorial about America's Army Proving Grounds and a little bit about the history. America's Army Proving Grounds is a free and realistic first-person shooter PC game that runs into working as a team player and building in-game skill. And it gives you full access to one of the most powerful mission editors available. And the game is also constantly updated. America's Army 1 was released in 2001, and it had thousands of players in its first year. It ranked in the top 10 frames per second games, FPS. America's Army 2 was released in 2003 as the release of America's Army Special Forces. The Xbox version was released in November 2005. It also was due to be released on PlayStation 2 but was later cancelled. America's Army 3 was announced to be released in fall of 2008 but was released sometime in December due to some delays. America's Army Proving Grounds was released in the open beta on Steam on August 29, 2013. And then later, on October 1st, 2015, America's Army Proving Grounds was officially released as a full game and no longer was in the beta. The benefits of the game is that there's the mission editor, which is very powerful, and you can create your own maps to quite some detail. There's a lot of clans and friends that you can get acquainted with. There's scrimmaging, some friendly scrimmaging, and then there are training maps, social training, and teach you how to play the game. So quickly, if you don't already have one, to get the game you'd have to go to get a Steam account, go to steamcommunity.com, and then you install that. Afterwards of doing so, you'll go to americasarmy.com and you will register an account. And after you've registered an account, and you've registered to Steam, then you can start playing and get started. Sorry. So I'll show you a little bit about what's going on in the game and what can get you started. And again, America's Army Proving Grounds is a free game. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for any updates or anything of that sort. The graphics are pretty good as well, especially for a free game. You can't really complain about it. Let's run this down a little bit. Okay, so here's some of the bonuses. You can see the credits, of course, see who the production is. In the settings, you can set up your controls, so if you have a gaming mouse or a gaming keyboard, you can set up keys any way that you want so that you have better function rather than having keys all over your keyboard. Just select what it is and change it. There's also a few things that you can change, such as double tap to sprint forward instead of holding shift or something like that. Video, you can mess around with that. Audio, you can mess around with it, of course. Go through the controls, see what you can do. There's a VIP objective, and you can select the frequency of how often you want to be selected as a VIP. Simulated munitions will give you a paintball effect against a wall so that you can see where you're spraying when you're firing, so you can see if your fire is too off from the target that you're trying to kill. You can change the color from your friendly, your VIP, and your enemies. And your crosshair you can also change and adjust any way that you wish. Okay, And then you can get into my soldier, the character, rifleman, automatic rifleman, designated marksman, and sniper. You can change the camos and the gear to all of them. Make them look the way you want them to look. There's also weapon objectives in game, and what you'll have to do is kill a certain amount of people or do a certain weapon. Well, you'll see there's certain weapon challenges, and you can change the skin, and some of them are locked. So there's little in-game pushes to get you a little more into the game. So we go on to training, and training will give you the tutorial. The tutorial will do is show you how to use your basic functions. So if you're finding in the tutorial something's a little off and you want to change something, you can go back while you're in the tutorial to your settings and you can change it up on your controls. There's also a couple of shoot houses so that you can practice shooting. These are moving targets, and then there's the shoot house where you can run through a course and try to shoot away. I'll give you a quick what's going on and then we'll move on. So this is the drill. So it'll basically run you through a course after he's done talking, and you'll try to make it through the course, you know, as fast as you possibly can and as efficiently as you can. And it tells you what you need to do or push to go prone, crouch. Okay, so I'm not going to go any further because you get the idea, and you can hit escape, and the escape will give you your main menu bar here. Go back to main menu, back to training. There's the shoot houses. You want to practice a certain gun, you select the gun, play. It'll run you through a course, and there's different medals for what you score at the end, and achievements, in-game achievements too, for afterwards, such as gun smoke, earn gold with at least 2.5 seconds remaining from the course. Each shoot house will tell you about the gun and what it does. This way you get a history of it. You run up to your course. Okay, so you get the idea of what's going on there. I strongly suggest that you have a headset for the game. It's much easier to play the game with a headset, and you get into a game, you can communicate with each other. While you're in game, you can hold Shift and Tab, and then you get the background of your Steam. I also suggest if you're a new Steam user, you spend $5 on a game on Steam, or $10, because without doing so you won't be able to add friends to your Steam friends list. That's pretty much it. Aside from picking servers, you want to look for a server with a lower ping. The lower ping's the better, so try to stay under 100 or 200. Usually is more efficient for a better game. Otherwise you're going to wonder how you got shot or where you got shot from. And runs all into tactics and working as part of a team. You can't just Rambo everything. If you keep Ramboing, then you're not going to get anywhere. Also, a cool feature is you can mute a player. So if you find a player that you're not enjoying talking to, you can mute them. Or you can mute the whole team so that nobody can hear you. Well, you can't hear anyone. There are in-game keys so that you can hold and you'll be able to chat. Again, really cool game, really cool graphics. A free mission editor. You can design your own game, well, design your own map. Any kind of map you want, doesn't matter. After designing your map, you can even publish it through Steam, and there are certain servers like Beer Me, and well, you'll find out. But there are certain servers that will actually, if you talk to them, upload your map, and you'll be able to play your map with other people rather than just playing the map by yourself, running around. So it gets pretty intense. There's certain servers will allow you to do things as vote. And they give you the trivia questions, and they'll give you the question. You got to try to answer which one you think is the correct one. It'll say correct or not correct.
Infantry, armor, and cavalry.
Also, what's cool is that there's tiny little videos, and you can watch those and see what's going on actively in with the American Army Forces. If you hit F1, your weapon screen comes up and you can select your guns. If you hit F2, you can see your team selection, and you can select Alpha or Bravo team, or you can just go into Spectate. If you go into Spectate, obviously you're not playing.
No, it's not.
So the gunman class, the class selections are rifleman, automatic rifleman, designated marksman, and sniper. And you have a few different guns to select on certain areas. Rifleman, you get M4A1, M16A4, the 870 MCS shotgun. And you'll also see the weapon challenges where you have to make so many kills, so many Hawkeyes, and so many golden Hawkeyes. There's also a sniper position and a primary sniper. And different scopes that you can also select. ACOG, slug. There are a few scopes that you actually have to unlock, and the only way you can unlock them is by doing the weapon objectives. The functions are pretty... The movement is very smooth and clean, good, clean, crisp colors. Great game if you ask me. That's about it. You can select stuns, grenades, fogs. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm pretty sure I'm not missing anything. And for a free game, you can't really say no. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments and have fun.